guys, why is it moving? Hi guys, this is Era, and last week I did a poll on YouTube. Naglagay ako doon, sabi ko, what do you want me to make next time? Either cupcake or cookies. And a lot of you voted cupcakes, so that's what I did in the last video ko. But sabi ko, okay, sige, gawin ko na both. So today, we are gonna make the perfect chocolate chip cookies. Okay, late ko na nagawa yung intro ko. So I wanna show you kung gaano siya. Ano yung tsura niya. This is how big it is. Ito siya. Ito yung palm ko. So, okay, I'll be sharing with you the history, the recipe, and also the costing na rin para sa magbabalak gawin tong negosyo. And also, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng live talk in between habang nagbe-bake. I just want to remind everyone, if you're new to my channel, hi! If you haven't watched my video in a long time, and hindi ka na lang ulit napadpad, I have a giveaway, ongoing giveaway for you guys. So, if you want to check that out, you want to join, dito yung video, nandyan yung mga giveaway mechanics, and I'll be announcing the winners on October 20, 2020 sa Insta story ko and sa Facebook ko. So, if you want to be updated, go and follow that as well. Okay? Let's get started.
Did you know na ang chocolate cookies were invented by accident? Yes, nangyari ang invention ng chocolate chip cookies noong 1930 by Ruth Wakefield, owner of Toll House Inn near Massachusetts. Isang gabi, nag-decide si Ruth to make a batch of chocolate butter drop dough cookies, a popular old colonial recipe para iserve sa mga guests nila. Pero nung nagsastart na siya mag-bake, na-realize ni Ruth na naubusan na sila ng baker's chocolate. So, ang ginawa niya para makapag-improvise, nag-chop siya ng bloke ng Nestle semi-sweet chocolate na binigay sa kanya ng none other than Andrew Nestle himself. Yes, the owner of Nestle Company. So, ina-expect ni Ruth na magme-melt and magdi-disperse yung chocolate through the cookie dough as regular baking chocolate would. But instead, na-retain yung chocolate pieces in their individual form, softening to a moist and gooey to melt. Dahil sa sobrang sarap nito, Ruth had no choice but to repeat the recipe as it spreads its popularity to the whole town. And she called this new invention the chocolate crunch cookie and published the recipe in several Boston and New England newspapers. So let's begin. Here are the ingredients for this recipe that we're gonna make. You can take a screenshot of it if you want. Also, ilalagay ko rin siya sa description down below. This is my own version of chocolate chip cookies. First, preheat muna natin ang ating oven to 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Kung improvised oven naman ang ating gagamitin, i-preheat din natin ang kawat ng 10 minutes ng medium heat at may takip. In a mixing bowl, sift our dry ingredients. So, 3 cups ng all-purpose flour gagamitin natin dito. 1 teaspoon ng baking soda. So, the reason why maglalagay tayo ng baking soda is it releases a carbon dioxide gas which helps leaven the dough. So, yun yung reason ko bakit nagka-create siya ng soft and fluffy cookies. And 1/2 teaspoon ng salt. After ma-sieve ang ating dry ingredients, i-mix lang natin and then i-set aside. Bukod sa chocolate chips, gagamit ako dito ng Dutche dark chocolate bar. Then, i-chop ko siya into chunks. So, 1 cup ng dark chocolate. In a large bowl, gagamit ako ng 200 grams unsalted butter, softened. Okay lang kung gumamit kayo dito ng salted butter. Pag gumamit kayo ng salted butter, make sure na tanggalin nyo na yung salt sa ating recipe. Yung butter natin, inilabas ko na siya sa fridge for 1 hour before ako mag-start. Isama na din natin ang ating 1 cup white sugar and 1 cup brown sugar. Kaya natin hinalo yung dalawa, yung brown and white. Yung white sugar naman will result in flatter and crispier cookie. Yung brown sugar, i-add natin siya para magkaroon ng moisture and slight acidity, resulting in a moist and chewy texture. At mas nagiging darker ang color ng cookies, so good combination silang dalawa sa paggawa ng cookies. Okay, so i-mix lang natin ang butter and sugar. Pwede naman kayong gumamit din ng hand mixer or stand mixer dito, pero ngayon gagamit lang ako ng wooden spoon and spatula. Just to show you guys na hindi kailangan ng expensive equipment para makagawa kayo ng sarili nyong cookies. And then i-add ang 2 large eggs, one at a time. We could be dancing in the stars, we could be floating all the way, as long as I'm safely in your arms. I-mix lang natin siya and then 1 1/2 teaspoon ng vanilla extract. Make sure yung butter and sugar mo parang slime na yung consistency niya. Pag well combined na ang wet ingredients, pwede nang isama or i-mix ang ating dry ingredients. So, nihinati ko siya sa 3 beses. Feeling like Pluto, you already knew though. I'm hiding just behind the stars, but how come the stars don't shine when it's day? How come the sky at night makes me this way? Why you so far away? Galaxy cast away, watching you hopelessly. Why aren't you home with me? Pag wala na kayong makitang harina, i-mix na natin ang 1 cup chocolate chips. Haluin lang at pag well combined na lahat ng ingredients, okay na ang ating dough. Huwag nyo lang masyadong i-overmix pag gumagamit kayo ng mixer. Pag na-overmix siya, yung mangyayari sa dough mo, magkakaroon siya ng air, which causes the cookies to rise and then fall pag binibake siya. So, ang magiging resulta nun, magpa-flat yung cookies natin. So, make sure hindi siya ma-overmix. Can someone tell me why? Every time I fall in love, it seems to be. So, lagyan lang natin ng parchment paper ang ating baking pan. Kung wala naman kayong parchment paper, brown paper. Kung wala naman kayong brown paper, pwede nyong i-grease na lang yung pan ng oil, butter, or lard. So, gumamit ako dito ng ice cream scooper. So, 2 ounce to. So, medyo malaki yung cookies na magagawa ko dito. Scoop lang natin and then lagay natin sa baking pan. Mahalaga na magkaroon ng space yung ating cookie dough kasi pag binake natin siya, magsaspread pa siya. Kailangan hindi sila magdikit-dikit. In this pan, 6 na dough lang yung nilagay ko just to make sure. Then, i-bake natin siya sa 180 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes. Ang function knob ko dito ay upper and lower. Kung gagayanin nyo ko na 2 batch yung ilalagay nyo sa oven, paalala lang, pag nasa oven na and then madami nakasalang, nag-aagaw-agaw sila ng heat. So, kailangan i-adjust nyo rin yung baking time nyo. So, for me, in-adjust ko yung isa for 14 minutes and then yung isa naman for 15 minutes. And then, para naman sa ating improvised oven, nilagyan ko lang siya ng stand para paglagyan ng pan. Hindi siya dapat nakalapat sa kawa. So, tinakpan ko lang siya mabuti and then inurasan ko ng 12 minutes. And then, paalala lang, ang usual time talaga ng pag-bake ng cookies ay 12 minutes.
Hey guys! Okay, so live talk muna tayo habang niluluto yung ating cookies. So I asked you guys sa community, I posted, hey Tam, what do you guys want to talk about sa next live talk segment? Comment down below. And somebody said, Megan De Silva, hi, said about the new normal, how it affects our small businesses and how to deal with it. Okay, I like that topic. Yung tatlo, yung topic ngayon, about the new normal, how it affects small businesses, and how to deal with it. So I want to tackle all three, but I think mas maganda if hatiin natin siya sa tatlo or apat na live talk segment para mas in-depth yung pag-uusapan natin. So I'm gonna be titling this video, Live Talk, the right perspective in the new normal. Okay, so before the new normal started, this is what I asked my mentor. Kasi during that time, sobrang shaky, di ba? Hindi natin alam gagawin natin. And no, it's actually what my mentor said to me. It was the story about Jeremiah. So when we talk about Jeremiah, I think the most famous verse, not just in Jeremiah, but in the Bible, is actually Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So parang, wow, ganda ng verse na yun, di ba? But actually, it's the most misunderstood verse ever. When you speak about verses, you have to know the story behind bakit nasabi yun. So, let's tackle about the context of the story and how it can be applied to the new normal and how to have the right perspective in this season. So, when you quote this verse the next time, you will have the right perspective, diba? So, yung Israel kasi, which is God's nation, pinapamove sila sa Promised Land. So, yung Promised Land na yun was previously inhabited by the pagans. So, yung mga tao doon, greedy, puro evil, wickedness, prosper in that place. So the reason why pinapamove sila ni God doon is to bring light to that place. Meaning, yung standard of living nila is yung standard ni God, magkaroon ng obedience sa lugar na yun, magkaroon ng righteousness sa lugar na yun. But ang nangyari, sila yung nag-conform. So imbes na sila yung mag-bring influence sa lugar para magkaroon ng peace yung lugar na yun. Ang nangyari, sila yung na-influensyahan ng kasamaan sa place na yun. So evilness prosper in that place. So when you have evilness in you, in the society, ang result nun is oppression, injustice, wickedness sa isang nation. So, noong time na yun, God loves His people so much na hindi niya hahayaan na, i-destroy niya agad yung mga tao. So, pinaalalahanan niya yung mga tao na, magbago and all through prophets, pero wala nakikinig. So, eventually, God punishes people. So, nag-send siya ng mga wicked nation na pumasok sa Jerusalem and kidnapin yung mga tao. So, kidnapin yung God's people and i-destroy yung promised land at dalhin sila sa Babylon. So, isa doon si Jeremiah, yung isa sa mga prophets, and siya yung messenger ni God para paalalahanan yung tao, kausapin yung tao kung ano dapat gawin. And by the way, this isn't a hocus-pocus story or encantado story. This is true-to-life story. This is the history of Israel. So how can that story relate to our situation right now? I'm not saying God punished us and all. I think it's a debate still, but I do believe if you focus so much on who did this and who did that, we might miss out the revelation of the story. But what I can tell you is this story can be applied to us and what they did. First, nandun sila sa Promised Land. Like us before. We were in the Promised Land, bumisari-sari tayong buhay, may mga plano tayo, and somehow, hindi man tayo na-kidnap physically, but somehow we felt kidnapped kasi COVID took away our normal. New normal feels like Babylon. It's uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, diba? But what is the plan? Diba? Ano nandun na sila sa Babylon? To get out there and to go back to the Promised Land. Just like us. We want to go back to the old normal. Nakakakain na sa labas, wala ng COVID and on. Freedom ulit, diba? They're feeling discouraged, nakawala na sila ng hope, same as you and me. Diba? Dumaan tayo sa stage na yun and some people are still on that stage. But luckily, we have the Bible with us, guiding us. So some of you might say, anong gagawin natin sa season na to? Like, paano tayo mag-strive? This is what God said during this time. Yung nasa, kumbaga, new normal yung mga tao. God said, build houses, settle down, plant gardens, para sa mga plantitas dyan, and eat what they produce. Marry and have son and daughters, find wives, blah, 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 blah. Basically, what He's telling is, God wants us to be comfortable in this new normal. Okay? Kailangan mong mag-strive sa panahon ngayon because we're not getting out anytime soon. They didn't get out ng 70 years. Kasi imagine 70 years silang nandun. And ako parang before, like, 1 week lang to, 2 weeks lang to, 1 month lang to. Okay, wait lang, 3 months na. Okay lang, 5 months na. And then cut to now, oh my gosh, 2021 na in 2 months. And statistics shows, alam mo na kung gaano kadaming cases dito sa Pilipinas, and then wala pa na-discover ng gamot, and wala pa na-discover ng vaccine. Scientifically, I'm basing it scientifically, we're not gonna get out anytime soon. So might as well settle down, be comfortable, and strive in this season. And what I've applied in my life noong time na yun, nung binabasa ko itong Jeremiah, is that we are in a bad situation, it will continue to be bad before it gets better. So somehow, start pa lang, I got shaken, pero I started focusing on His word. Next is He said, also seek the peace and prosperity of the city to which I carried you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it. If it prospers, you too will prosper. Pray for the ones who got you here. Do not hate, do not just discriminate. Help them. Even the nation that we're in that you don't like because of what's happening. Just pray and continue to serve other people. Because even though you hate this nation, if it prospers, kasama ka sa magpo-prosper. Also, make sure you don't just vote right. make sure you raise the next generation right. Okay? Kasi yung next generation, when we're 50, 60, 70, those are gonna be the leaders one day. Based on my mentor, this is the story that she shared with me. So I can look at things in the right perspective. Again, I'm not saying that God did this, God did that. No, it's the enemy, it's people who did this. Stop focusing on that. Focus on what you can do right now. Doon pa lang papasok yung Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Pagkatapos niya sabihin, kung anong dapat mong gawin in this uncomfortable stage. Doon pa lang papasok yung for the plans I have for you. You are gonna get uncomfortable for 70 years, but I will bring you back to the promised land. And this time, mas maayos, mas intimate yung ating relationship because I took care of you. That's the context of the story. And somehow, I can apply it in my life. No matter how shaken I am sa paligid ko, no matter how much wala akong control sa paligid ko, I know God is taking care of me. Not just in this lifetime, but in the next lifetime. Not because I'm being nice, not because I'm obeying, not because I'm serving, but because of what Jesus did here for me, and for you, and for me. So my question to you is, just like yung mga tao sa Israel, ano yung mga plano mo before na nasira? And ngayon nasa Babylon tayo, how can you apply those words in your life right now in this season? This is gonna be a 3-part video. I'm gonna be sharing you sa next life talk segment natin, the hidden life of trees and how it can affect in our businesses, in our work, kung may right perspective pa rin on how to handle it. Ngayon, yung idea lang, yung right perspective lang on this situation. So, unti-untiin natin yan. I hope you learn something new. Let's get our cookies.
So, make sure to watch them closely kasi even just 1 minute of over-baking can burn cookies. Also, if i-check nyo siya, huwag nyong bubuksan every now and then kasi nadidisturb yung baking time niya pati yung temperature sa loob ng oven or kawa. Yung doneness niya is indicated by the color. So, yung edges and bottom should be turning into golden color. Also, pag na-reach na niya yung time frame, tas pag kinuha nyo, minsan magtataka kayo, bakit ang soft pa rin? Kung first time yung gagawa ng cookies, iniisip nyo baka hindi pa luto. When baking cookies, talagang soft siya pag nilalabas sa oven. As it cools down, saka pa lang siya magiging crisp. So, nandito tayo sa part ng cooling. So, pag cooling, 3 to 5 minutes rest nyo siya sa pan. Make sure yung ilalim ng pan may papatungang rack or basahan para makahinga yung ating cookies. After that, remove the cookies from the pan while they are still warm kasi may tendency kasing dumikit ito pag malamig na. Again, if masyadong soft ang ating cookies, do not remove from the pan until they are cool enough and firm to handle. And then lastly, if ilalagay nyo na siya sa container, make sure na completely cool na siya. For our second batch, gumamit ako dito ng parchment paper from the last time kasi naubusan ako ng parchment paper, so don't hate me on this. Dito sa second batch, 12 minutes ko lang siya binake since wala na siyang kaagaw sa heat. Again, standard time ng pag-bake ng cookies talaga ay 12 minutes. If you're gonna copy what I did, nilagay ko sa taas yung bloke ng mga chocolates. Pwede nyong hatiin yung chocolates, yung kalahati, ilagay nyo siya sa dough and then haluin nyo. And then yung kalahati, pag in-scoop nyo na siya sa ating parchment paper, ilagay nyo siya on top. For me, mas gusto ko to kasi pag nag-spread siya, kitang-kita yung chocolate. And there you have it, our very own chocolate chip cookies. Sa dough ng ating cookie, kung hindi nyo pa siya i-bake, okay lang naman ilagay nyo siya sa fridge, basta may cover siya. Pwede nyo ilagay for 24 hours, pwede din naman 1 week. Kung ilalagay nyo siya sa freezer, mas matagal, basta may cover siya. Pag nilabas nyo siya sa fridge and then i-bake nyo na siya, make sure na pa-reachin nyo muna siya sa room temperature. And then also, optional din, pwede din kayong maglagay ng mga nuts dito kung medyo natatamisan kayo kung chocolate lang ang laman. So, pwede kayong maglagay ng walnuts, pecans, hazelnuts, or other nuts. And there you have it, our very own chocolate chip cookies.
To be nice, you got the right to be with us. We do what we gotta do to stay winning, promise we'll keep and trust. And you make me wanna say, I love you better today than
For our packaging, remember, wag mo siyang ilalagay pag mainit pa. Let it cool down bago mo siya ilagay. This craft sealer that I'm gonna use, nabili ko siya sa SM department store, 14 by 22, and it's 72.38 pesos. 11 pieces ang laman. Dito, makakalagay kayo ng 2 pieces per bag. Then, naglagay din ako ng sticker, yung label. Pwede mong i-add yung name mo or yung name ng store mo, email address, phone number, website or page para madali ka nilang makontak or makita. This is just an example.
the beautiful signs of our story so far. So far. Both called it from the beginning. We called it. We knew that there had to be us.
And the other one naman ay 18 by 28. So, ito naman, 7.90 pesos each. Sa SM department store ko rin siya nabili. And this can contain 4 cookies. If you don't want to go to a physical store, pwede din naman kayong bumili sa Lazada or Shopee. Just make sure na i-check niyo yung reviews nila before buying. Again, pag nakita nyo yung cookies na nagawa ko, medyo may kalakihan siya, kaya 2 and 4 lang yung kasya. But kung gusto nyo mas maliit, pwede nyo naman liitan ng konti para mas madami magkasya dun sa sealer. Also, if ayaw nyo naman gumamit ng craft sealer, you can buy a box. This is from the bakery supply store, 6 by 6 by 3 ang size niya. In this box, naglagay ako ng 4 na cookies, pero pwede kayong maglagay dito ng 6 or 8 na cookies. You just have to stack them. And then, I added some twine. Nabili ko yun sa National Bookstore. And then, some tag para lagyan ng note. And some label sticker na rin. Just so they can see kung saan galing yung cookies.
I love you better today than yesterday. It's gonna play out the same. It's gonna play out the same. It's gonna play out the same. Better than yesterday. Love you more today. It's gonna play out the same.
Hi! So, nandito na tayo sa part ng costing. So, paalala lang, yung costing natin is nabibase po sa time, date, and location ng pinagbilhan ko ng aking mga ingredients and other expenses. Mas best pa rin kung magkakosting kayo na sa inyo para mas accurate. This is just an idea. Okay, so, mahati po sa 3 yung ating costing. Yung una, yung sa small sealer, pangalawa, doon sa medium size sa sealer, and yung last naman para sa box. Okay, so, ang hindi lang magbabago dito is yung price ng ingredients since 22 pieces lang naman yung ginawa natin. So, start muna tayo sa 14 by 22, which is yung small size ng sealer. Total ingredients natin ay 202.60 pesos. Other expenses naman natin ay 144.38 pesos. So, 14 by 22, 6.58 each siya, diba? And then, nag-add ako ng sticker, so that's 83.38 yung naging gastos ko. So, in total, yung puhunan natin ay 346.98 pesos. So, each bag, yung puhunan niya ay 31.54 pesos. So, yung laman natin per sealer ay 2 pirasong cookies, diba? So, 22 divided by 2, that's 11 bags ang magagawa natin. Retail selling price niya ay 60 to 70 pesos, pero sabihin na natin ibebenta ko siya ng 65 pesos. So, 65 times 11, ang kita ko dito ay 715 pesos. So, ang puhunan natin, 346.98, then i-minus natin doon sa kita, 715, and then yun ang kalalabasan ng ating tubo. So, ang tubo natin daily ay 368.02 pesos. Yon. So, alam naman natin, pagdating sa baking, mas madami kayong gagawin, mas malaki yung magiging tubo nyo. Pero let's just say, 22 pieces lang ng cookies ang gagawin natin sa loob ng 1 buwan. Magkano yung magiging tubo natin dito? So, 368.02 pesos times 30, that's 11,040 pesos 0.68. So, yun na yung tubo mo a month. Tanggal na doon yung expenses, tanggal na doon yung ingredients and all. Next is sa medium size naman ng sealer. So sa 18 by 28, ang malalagyan natin doon ay 4 na piraso. In total, 5 bags yung malalagyan natin. Pero may excess pa. Yung sa excess, sabihin na natin ilalagay ko siya sa small bags kasi 2 piraso yung excess. So 44.50 yung laman ng 18 by 28. Yung isa naman, 7.58 to sa small sealer. So in total, yung costing natin dito ay magiging 315.68. Ang other expenses niya ay 113.08. Yung total ingredients naman hindi nagbabago. So 315.68 yung ating magiging puhunan. Ang bentahan natin dito per sealer bag ay 120 to 130 pesos. Again, medyo may kalakihan yung cookies natin, pero kung hahatiin nyo siya sa gitna, pwede kayong maglagay ng 8 pieces dito sa 18 by 28 na sealer bag. Pero dahil may kalakihan nga, so ganito yung magiging presyo niya. So, sabihin na natin 125 pesos ko siya ibebenta each. So, 125 times 5, ang total kita ko dito ay 690 pesos kasi may 65 pesos pa akong galing sa isang small bag. So, sa 690 pesos nakita ko, ang tubo ko doon daily ay 374.32. Ang tubo ko doon monthly ay 11,229.60 pesos. Now, para naman sa box. Yung box natin, ang laman niya ay 6 pieces. So, 15 times 3, that's 45 pesos. Ngayon, may excess pa ako. Yung 4 na piraso, ilalagay ko naman siya sa medium size ng sealer bag. So, that's 8.90 pesos yung isang pirasong paper bag, diba? So, 117.90 yung other expenses natin. Again, hindi magbabago yung costing dun sa ingredients. Total puhunan natin ay 320.50 pesos. So, ang bentahan nito per box ay 190 to 200 pesos, pero sabihin na natin, ibebenta ko siya ng 190. So, 190 times 3, that's 570 pesos. Tapos, i-add pa natin doon yung laman ng 4 na piraso doon sa medium size na sealer bag. So, that's 125 pesos. Ang total kita natin dito ay 695 pesos, and then yung tubo mo doon daily ay 374.50 pesos. Ngayon, ang magiging tubo mo dito monthly ay 11,235 pesos. Hindi siya naiiba doon sa ibang lalagyanan or sa ibang mga container. Ang kakaibahan lang nila is dahil mas marami yung malalagay dito, mas kokonti yung magiging customer mo. So, dito, 4 lang yung magiging customer mo. A day, sa loob ng 30 days, meron kang 11,235 pesos. So, yon, tubo mo na yon, tanggal na labor cost, ingredients, other expenses, and all of that.
That's it for today's vlog. I hope you learned something new. And also, guys, I just wanna say, I read all your comments, especially sa last video ko, yung sa cupcakes. And grabe, sobrang ako na-overwhelmed because ang haba ng mga comments nyo and sobrang nakaka-touch siya. I may not reply to every single comment, but I read them and I see them. Okay? And also, if you want to join the giveaway, it's still ongoing. Check out my last video, yung cupcakes. And I'll be announcing the winners again on October 20, 2020 on my Insta story and Facebook. So if you guys want to join, go check that out. And again, I hope you learned something new. If you want to comment down below again, what have you learned? That'd be great. And see you on my next video. Bye!
Both called it from the beginning. Called it. We knew that the right to